As many of you may recall, I've been having non-stop issues with my BendPak. Basically, go back and forth with the local distributor, I go back and forth with corporate, and I get no resolve when it comes to getting this lift to operate properly since the day it was installed. Corporate goes back and forth with me, almost as if they don't actually read the emails that I send and then reply with something completely unrelated. The local distributor basically forgets to submit the work orders and the warranty calls to get this fixed. And every time I follow up with them, oh my God, I totally forgot. Chalk that up into the I forgot to do it column. We'll get it done. Follow back up, not done. So I'm going to show you what I have to do in order to use my lift that's brand new and installed by the distributor with qualified technicians. I need to take it off the locks in order to release the locks. So I got to take it off a couple of inches, let the tension tighten up, bring it up a couple of inches. I got plenty of room up top, so I'm not worried about that. Let me take it up just a tiny bit more. So what I have to do is I have to push this mechanism forward in order to release the lock. And in order to keep it forward, I have to wedge a screwdriver in there. What I do is I wedge it between this nut to give me a little bit of tension as I do it. Take that off for visual purposes. Pretty much like that. I do that 4 times over. Thanks, BendPak. You the best. Still need to relocate my wife's bike so I have a nice clean sight on the lift and cars. Everything seems to be clear. We're safe. Actually, I need to move this. That lock is not undone, so I need to raise it up and get that lock a little bit more. I thought when I was doing that one, it didn't quite go forward enough. Let's see if that gets it. Mother. That one, because they're out of sync. You'll hear click, 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 click. I got it this time. It went forward a lot. I need a rag. My hand is getting greasy from the product. I think we have success. I've cleared multiple locks. That's why you got to go slow and monitor each column to make sure that they're all four released and moving evenly. We down. Bit of a circus act, getting it down, which is frustrating, but this is what we have to deal with when things aren't done properly. It goes without saying that this shouldn't be this way. This is how it is. It's not because I wanted it that way, and it's not because I didn't try and get it changed. I opted for qualified professional installation. This is not what I got. If you watch the video of the install, you'll see that it's a big S show. So I'm at a loss for words. I've gone the route of working with corporate, trying to work with the local distributor. No avail. I started fixing things myself, and then I realized I was adding up more fees in chasing down the problems by buying new fittings and stuff like that, which was more frustrating considering it's a brand new lift that I just paid for, and I paid extra to have it installed, and I'm spending more money to fix problems I shouldn't have to be fixing, let alone paying more to fix. Anyways, it makes it not convenient to use because of the fact that I have to go through this whole process and getting the ladder out, climbing on each of the four columns, making sure that I am getting them all properly unlocked off the locks. If I was just using the pneumatic system, which is what it comes with, it's just a matter of pushing a button. If the pneumatic system was working properly, my PSI gauge here would be way over here instead of sitting on 0, and it would just be a matter of me pushing this button in order to get the locks to release on all four columns simultaneously. But that's not what happens. This PSI gauge will drop from sitting close to around 100 or so PSI, and it will drop down to 0 in 12 or less hours, which is very frustrating. The system's supposed to be able to hold air for up to 2 years. That's 24 months. I don't even get half a day. I have the lift pushed back as far as I can get it, where I can leave the ramps on while I have it up and still close the garage door. My wife's Explorer sits a little bit taller, so I pull the ramps off so that she can clear it underneath without any kind of issue with the ramps on. So I take them off just to make it nice and easy. Real quick to put them back on, not a problem. I opted for the full steel ramps. They're the standard length. I want to say they're like 3 feet, something like that. They have a longer one, but I don't think it was necessary. From what I understand, with the aluminum ones, they have a tendency to be a little weak, especially if they're the long ones. While they are light, they're not as sturdy. Fortunately for me, lifting these heavy steel ones is a non-issue. I always have my wheel chocks in place for safety. I just want to make sure no accidents happen. adjust the clock for daylight savings time. I'll fix that. Yep, there we go. Whew. A lot of extra BS I have to go through. I like to have that bubble of the fender a little bit more forward, so that way it kind of just nestles that beam between the windshield and the fender flare. Normally I would just bring it down, but BendPak doesn't make that a possibility. I keep a high shine on those tires. Made the mistake of touching one, and they're pretty slick. With the PSI gauge, it has already noticeably dropped. I was sitting at 100 just a moment ago, and it has already dropped to what looks to be about 90, 92 PSI, which is a huge bummer. But like I said, it drops fast, which means there is more leaks or fittings that are done wrong. They're trying to say it's the bottle and the bottle needs to be warrantied out. I don't believe so. I believe it's improper installation that is the root cause of these problems. So I got the lift back up. It's at the right height. This is the height that I like to set it to so that I know my wife can get her Explorer under here without any real issues. It's high enough that I can nestle between this flare, the windshield, and the beam. It just sits right there perfect in the pocket, perfectly. And, you know, everything else is as it should be. You know, fingers crossed, I can get these guys back out here and get them to finish the job and get everything done the right way so I don't have to go through all this cockamamie mess every single time I want to use the lift.